it's obvious that he learned a lesson, and you know, hopefully that's what we need from him. What he gave us was post presence. I think any team that doesn't have post presence, you're a fraud. You got to have someone you can throw the ball to. It could be a point guard, it could be your 5-man, it could be your 4. Someone has to be able to draw double teams and get some easy baskets. Now, we will never play that way because I can't stand what it looks like. Run down, throw it to the post, run down low. I can't watch the game. Then I'd go to the bathroom. I mean, it's not something I want. But there's got to be times that you've got to be able to do that. We're not making shots, or something's breaking down, or they're really sagging, they're doing something crazy where you can throw it in, and he gives that to us. But he's got to get better. Obviously, North Carolina, he avoided all contact, which meant they blocked every ball. We worked, you know, for a couple days on it, and now all of a sudden he went body to body with North Carolina, or Notre Dame. Now, they weren't as long, but they couldn't really get to his shot because he went body to body. Against North Carolina, he faded away, so they blocked everything. Barely got any balls to the rim.
John, what kind of the thing about Darius? It seemed like in the UConn game in the second half, when things were kind of out of hand, that you kind of went to Darius again and again to try to draw something out.
You do, but it's not, when you're up 20, I'm not even, or you're down 20, I really don't care. I want to know when it's a 4-point game, because we're going to be in many of those. Who can I play, and who do we go to, and who can we count on? Now, they don't have to make the shot, but they think they are. And you know it. They think they're making it. And we just got to get that out. And he's capable of it. Now, he's going to have to perform. You know, some of it is demonstrated performance, that confidence. That's what it is, demonstrated performance. How do you build confidence in those situations? Well, you perform in those situations, and you demonstrate you can do it, and all of a sudden your self-esteem, and you're looking with 3 minutes to go in a tight game, I can't wait till I get the ball because I'm going in the lane, I'm shooting this floater, and this thing's down, or they're fouling me. And I'm not making one or two, I'm making both. That's swagger. You have to have that kind of swagger. And it's hard to count on freshmen, but I've done it before, and we will if we have to.
Is he almost too nice? Is he almost too nice? I mean, is Darius almost too polite? Does he have that streak that you need to be that aggressive, killer instinct kind of guy?
Oh, it's in there.
You see it in practice.
But it's in there. It's just, getting. I've had players that I've said before. Whenever that tiger comes out of you, whenever you understand it, and you're going to be a totally different guy. But again, it's hard. It's physically tough. I mean, you're going to get knocked around. I don't like to hit bodies. That's when you need to put on the football pads and helmets and let's go. Which coaches have done in the past for guys that don't want that contact. But he's, I think he's a young man who's very much centered, good person. And he's got a toughness to him. He just, I think the last 2 years, he was fine just running around. It was going to be okay. Didn't play his first year at all. Then last year he played, but, there were games he was okay. I can remember at Tennessee, he made every play to get us back in that game, which proves to me he can do it. But now instead of being down 6 or 8, 10, let's be up 4 or 5 and make those same plays. If you can do it, you can do it.
Cal, Stacey said he didn't realize how hard he hit you running by you coming out of the game. He was so excited that you played him. Didn't realize one of the guys that said Cal shaking his hands because he hit him so hard. He's just so excited to get a chance.
I'm happy he's getting an opportunity, and that's, it's what happens when you're doing it. You get guys their chance, they don't perform, you give someone else a chance, and then he made the 3, which shows you he has courage. He wasn't afraid. He hadn't played. Went in and made a 3. It was a big shot. I mean, it got us to where we could do something special by halftime. The question about Indiana, watching the tape, well coached, a lot of pick and rolls. Watford, who I had recruited, is a terrific player. Cheek, terrific player. They shoot the ball better. I watched our tape with them last year, and we really struggled with them offensively. In other words, they scored on us. We put in a little 1-3-1. I can remember now. That must have been ages ago, but they scored on that. They shot a good percentage, and we made a little run. Some of it was we beasted them a little inside, which we're not. That's not what we are now. I can see Patrick and DeMarcus and Daniel Orton got baskets just by beasting them. And you know, but we're not, that's not the case, so. This will be, you know, they're gonna be ready. I mean, Tommy will have his team fighting mad, ready to go. And this is a big game, so it'll be, it's interesting. For us, you know, it's the next game. Now, if we win, it's a huge game, but it's the next game. And it's us trying to make sure that we're in the right frame of mind. I told them there's gotta be a sense of urgency about preparation. There's gotta be a purpose about preparation. Tomorrow is game day. Everything you do is geared toward winning that game and playing well. Now, you may say, I should say playing well, not winning the game, it'll take care of itself. But that may be put headphones on and relax. Whatever it is that gets you ready to compete at a high level with great intensity. I thought our start against Notre Dame was terrific, and that we gave up a couple baskets. It was one player that gave up those baskets. The rest of us were doing pretty well, and it was 12-6 because one guy gave up 5 points. But you know, that was a good start, and then they make their run, and we kind of figured it out. We got down 11. I mean, we didn't think it's, you know, and again, I don't know this team yet. I don't know how they think. I knew last year's team how they thought. We're down 11, okay, now let's beat these sons, you know. And this team came back and did it. I mean, they got this thing tied up where we could work, start the second half, create a gap, and again, there were 2 clicks that they let them back in, and we had to do let them back in, and it's all stuff that we've got to learn.
John, how close are they from being Indiana again? How close does he have now?
Well, the recruiting class that they just signed, Zeller, and they got a kid out of Indiana I would have loved having, another commitment. Did Zeller sign for this year? Coming up? Committed? Probably not allowed to mention his name because I don't even know. I thought they signed. They didn't?
Yes.
So half of you saying yes to get me in trouble.
Just means you can't recruit.
Yeah, so, you know, the recruiting has gone up 100 times. And it was hard. I tell you what, when you're losing, it's hard to recruit. When you're winning, it's a little easier to recruit. When players are going to the NBA, it's a little easier to recruit. When you're taking over like Tommy did, it's hard now. It's hard. You're trying to keep your boat afloat. And he did that. He coached his guys. Guys have gotten better. Now he's recruiting guys. And you'll see, like I said, this is maybe after this year, maybe one of those series we may want to cancel because of where he's going with the program and the players he's getting.
Thank you.
Mr. President, what are you going to do?